Hello everyone, here we go with another video of our 365 days data science challenge. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how can you use some conditions in Python programming. And if you can understand this concept, you'll be able to use conditions not just in Python programming. I believe most of the programming languages, the conceptual ideas is kind of similar, except the language. Anyway, so let's get started with the if conditions. Well, there is a process that you need to follow to write some conditions. For example, if you want to write only one condition, let's say for example, you want to use if, and then you have to give a space. After that, you have to write a condition, whatever you have based on the situations. Then you need to use a colon symbol here. And then here, you need to write the expression that you want to execute based on the given condition. It can be a print statement, it can be a formula, depending on your problem. Good. For example, here, the condition line will look like this. At first, you have the if, and then you have like a greater than 5, which is a conditions. And initially here, I have assigned a value of variable a, let's say 7 as an example. Then I need to use a colon symbol. Then after that, guys, you need to write down an expression that you want to execute. Let's say I want to execute this sentence as an example. So when this condition is true, I will have a statement like I want to print a is greater than 5. Now, if I hit the run button here, you can see my result is showing that this statement a is greater than 5. Now, guys, let me change the condition here. Let's say I am writing a less than 5. And now let's see if this worked or not. See, it worked, but I'm not getting this sentence because I said the variable a is 7. And I'm saying that give me this statement only when this condition a less than 5 is true. That is why it's not giving me this statement in my output. Good. So this is how you can start writing some conditions. Now, how can you write multiple conditions as an example? For that reason, you need to use both if and else. So the way or the process of writing multiple conditions is that at first you need to write if. Then you need to mention the condition you want to test and then the expression. After that, you can write another expression based on the fact that the first condition is not true. So if this condition is not true, else will be another condition which will be executed, right? So I'll show that with an example. Before that, guys, let me tell you one interesting thing. Here, after writing a conditions, automatically by default, I will have 4 space here. Let's say I'm not giving any space. It should give me some error. Here you can see. It says that expected an indented block. So it is expecting at least 1 space after writing these if conditions. As I said earlier, by default, you should have 4 space, which is a standard way to have a space in your Python code. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now, even if you have like 3 space, like 1, 2, 3, or even 5, that should still work. However, it's better to follow the default space. I'll discuss that later on again, okay, with another few examples. Good. Now, with the multiple condition of using if and else, let me show you how it really works. So let's say I'm assigning some values here. For example, let's say I'm assigning a variable which called b. Let's say I'm assigning b is equal to 10. Well, if you don't want to assign any specific value, you can also write any random number by using a function called input. Before input, So you need to mention if you want to have integer or float. So let me define b is equal to int for integer, and give a first bracket and close it down, and then again write input first bracket. That means you want to input any random integer as your b. So let me close it down for a moment. Okay, now let me hit the run button here. So here it is giving me a box in which I can write whatever number I want. So let me just write b is equal to 20. Okay, and let me hit the run button. Now it is know that b has been assigned as 20. Now if I hit the b here, you can see, okay, it's taking some time. That's fine, we can still go ahead. Okay, for some reasons I'm having, it's taking some time. So the best way to tackle that, you can hit this box and you can click this interrupt the kernel. Okay, now then again you can run the code again. So now let's say I want to have the 20. Now let me just move forward, or if I want, I can hit the enter here. Okay, that's good. You can see now it works better. So always, if you have some problems, you can interrupt here, or you can restart from here. Like there is an option to restart and run all the code, whatever you have. Okay, moving forward, let me try to use multiple conditions here. Okay, so let's say my first condition is when b less than is equal to 10 or greater than is equal to 10. You can use any conditions. So let me copy my first conditions. So here I am writing if b is greater than or is equal to 10, print b is greater or equal to 10. Okay, what if is not true? And then you need to write the second conditions, but don't start from here. Go back and then write else, and then give another column. That means when the first condition is not true, look at the second conditions or look whatever alternative we have, and for those alternative, just print me this line. Okay, so after else, let me click enter, and again by default I'm having 4 space, and then click print again. So here I'm having another expression to execute. So what I'm going to do here, let me write in 20 here. Okay, let me make it a little bit more easier. So let me write in 20 here. Okay, now good. Now here you can see b has been assigned as 20. That means the first condition is true. So for that, I should have b is greater than or equal to 20 in my output. So let me hit the run button for these two conditions, and here you can see I got b is greater than or equal to 20. So for those alternative cases, let's say I'm having b less than 20. Now it should go with the second conditions else, and it should print b is less than 20. Okay, good. Now you can see it says yes, b is less than 20. It's because it is following this else command. That's how you can write if and else, guys. It's very useful when you'll be learning some loop, some functions, or creating your own functions. Every time you'll see that for different cases you need to write some kind of conditions inside the loop or inside your functions for different purposes. We'll see you with some other conditions as well in the next few videos. Thank you very much.